fisheries to generate a tremendous amount of employment. I mean, quite candidly, fish is dying of old age in Bahamian waters in many respects. And so I would say to many of the young men and women, you have a wonderful opportunity to generate income, to generate employment by entering this exciting arena, whether it is going on a vessel or whether it is working in a fish processing or marine product processing plant. There are opportunities that exist.
By all accounts, the Grand Bahama seafood industry is strong and growing. The owners understand that in order to maintain their growth, taking care of the people who make up the industry is important.
We pay our fishermen on average about $20 across the board, which is good compared to $12 to $14 in previous years. Once again, that's a good thing. It harmed the business and in Key West, but for us it was a good thing. But if we abuse it, we won't have that opportunity again.
The question of can we feed ourselves appears less complicated when you look at the Grand Bahama farming and fishing community. The island's diversity of farming focuses and its well-developed marine products business suggests that Grand Bahama is closer to that goal than most would think. Stakeholders say they still need that extra push from the government, and they should be fine. But it will take more than just that. Grand Bahama's employment situation could quickly turn around if more young people seize on the ownership possibilities that exist in farming and fishing. But more importantly, if the will to do so matches the tools it has, Grand Bahama can definitely feed itself.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the cost of building supplies hitting Bahamians hard in the pockets. Also, residents react to the historic court appeal ruling on citizenship. And it was a close call yesterday afternoon for the occupants of 3 vehicles traveling on the Warren J. Lavarity Highway. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Bahamas, I'm Shashina Roll-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news this evening, remembering the volunteers of Hurricane Dorian. Today, the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness Management and Reconstruction Authority hosting a service of appreciation for the volunteers of Hurricane Dorian for the acts of kindness shown before, during, and following the storm. The ceremony taking place this morning at the Calvary Temple Assemblies of God. Our Jamila Mizik was there.
They are being recognized as heroes and are being reminded that their contributions have not gone unnoticed. Hundreds of volunteers honored in a special ceremony for their assistance at the time of Hurricane Dorian. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture and Member of Parliament for Central Grants Bahama, the Honorable Aram Lewis, thanking those volunteers for the service they would have given before, during, and after Hurricane Dorian. He recalls personally seeing many of them step up during one of the worst storms to ever hit the Bahamas.
What you did cannot be measured in money. What you did cannot be measured in emotions, cannot be measured even in love. What you did is immeasurable. And I say that without fear of contradiction. And I can say to you today, I do not have the reward for you. But on that last day, when you were to stand before your Lord and Maker, He will say to you, well done, good and faithful servant.
Also bringing remarks, Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources and Member of Parliament for Marcos City, the Honorable Michael Pintard. Pintard says the impact of Hurricane Dorian is not yet over, as he appealed to those who have given so much of themselves to continue their good efforts.
There are still some homes that are not yet repaired. There are still families across Grand Bahama that are still hungry. There are persons who are trying to pick up the pieces of their lives. And as we say thanks today, we are asking you to give one more measure of that generosity of spirit that you have. As only Grand Bahamians know more than any other group in this country who have come through repeated disasters, we have a way of pulling together that's unimaginable. We need you once again to pull together so that we can be our brothers and sisters' keepers.
Keynote speaker, Minister of Disaster Preparedness Management and Reconstruction and Member of Parliament for West Grants Bahama and Bimini, the Honorable Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, extending gratitude to all of the honorees.
You did not have to do it. You could have chosen to stay indoors and carry on with your lives. You could have chosen to sit back and watch. You could have chosen to have someone else step forward, but you came forward. As my ministry moves forward in strengthening policy and legislation surrounding disaster preparedness, management, and reconstruction, we do so recognizing that we too have a role to play. There must be stronger working systems and shelters, an increase in capacity, better communication. There must be put in place legislation that protects each and every one of you, as many of you would have also lost during the storm, while helping the government of the day and helping others. It is only right.
Minister Parker Edgecombe maintains that the government is taking a proactive approach and is focused on putting in place safety measures for everyone.
The mandatory evacuation orders have since come into effect. Our country remains an active member of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA. We are insured as a nation in the event of a disaster. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, continues to solidify its mandate of preparing and managing disasters, and the newly formed Disaster Reconstruction Authority is progressing in its recovery and reconstruction efforts.
The honorees were all presented with certificates for their volunteerism and service. Jamila Missick, ZNS Network News.
Well, building supplies hitting the pockets of Bahamians hard. There appears to be an apparent shortage of building supplies in the Bahamas as the prices of those critical items have increased across the world. Tonight, the manager of a well-known company on the island of Abaco is providing insight on this issue, and he says it is creating a problem for those residents who are in the process of rebuilding their homes and businesses following Hurricane Dorian. Italia Hall has more.
Premier Imports in Abaco, Ken Hutton, says the high cost of building supplies is affecting Abaco and perhaps the entire country. He says even some states in the United States, including Florida, are being impacted. Hutton says the price of supplies on the market is out of control.
Generally, since January, lumber prices have gone up by close to 300% in general. Inflation on appliances and things for rebuilding is running at around 15 to 20 right now. So it's not just plywood. It's not just, I'm looking at, a half inch plywood at Home Depot right now is $81.
And as to what is causing this price hike,
I think it's a combination of things. I think that I know that we had, COVID certainly didn't help. It shut down a lot of mills. It caused strain on the supply chain. So there was less supply being milled. The mills were not able to process it. At the same time, you had a bunch of people who stuck at home, who had a lot of who wanted to do something while they were at home, so they started doing, home projects. So that put pressure on the market that wasn't there before.
He says the situation is devastating in Abaco, especially for those residents who are in the process of rebuilding.
When a year ago at this time, your cost of rebuilding has gone up by almost 300%. So, and that's assuming you can actually get the supplies when you need them. So, it's devastating to the rebuilding efforts. Not only that, but again, our economy has not returned in full yet. So, people are struggling with employment. You're struggling with employment, and then the price goes up for everything.
Now, recently, the government announced that the Special Economic Recovery Zone order, which includes construction and building supplies, will be extended until December 2021.
And we're grateful for that. So, at least there is that people will be able to save on the duty and the VAT, at least until the end of December. We're obviously hoping that it gets extended again. Because we have at least 3 to 5 years of steady rebuilding before we can even think of being back to where we were prior to Dorian.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
A landmark ruling in the Court of Appeal leading to high public debate. Tonight, the Grand Bahama community is weighing in on the discussion on children born out of wedlock to Bahamian men having the right to automatic citizenship. The Court of Appeal has upheld a 2020 landmark ruling from the Supreme Court on the issue of citizenship that says all children born out of wedlock to Bahamian men and foreign women are citizens at birth and do not have to wait until they are 18 to apply for citizenship. It has been a long uphill battle for many born in the country to Bahamian fathers, yet many remain stateless as they are not granted automatic citizenship. Well, we took to the streets to see how residents feel about the ruling, and although most women were shy about speaking on camera, the men were not, many of whom agree with the ruling.
Yeah, you should be able to keep your family lineage going, and whatever your father has should pass on to the son, vice versa for the mother.
Well, I feel that it's good, when we look at the child now has a sense of belonging.
We're not saying that the woman gets citizenship, we're saying that that child gets citizenship. A child should not be born into asylum because of some dance between an adult male and an adult female. That's not fair to the child.
While some took to social media to express their disagreement with the ruling, here's what these men say is so hypocritical about the situation.
Are we not doing this already when Bahamian women become pregnant and they go to the United States to have their child so that they can gain access to the benefits?
Last night I was watching the NBA games, and there's a player there who's good. He's born in the Bahamas by African parents, and he is being pointed out as a Bahamian-born individual. Now, we wouldn't have no problem with that because it's fame and glory. So what happened to the others? No one steam higher than the next. The point is that we must be fair and honest.
But the question has now been asked as to whether or not children born in the Bahamas to both foreign parents should be granted citizenship as well.
We don't have the resources to take on foreigners, but we should take on our own.
If they come here and they have a baby here, you should give them rights to have their passport and their papers.
When you're born in a country, you should have the right to take on that citizenship.
Now, Attorney General Carl Bethel says the Court of Appeals ruling has resulted in people turning up to the Parliamentary Registration Department demanding to be registered to vote or for passports, seeking to claim the benefits of full Bahamian status. But he says the matter is being appealed again to the Privy Council. However, these residents do not believe that this should happen.
That's a mistake.
Well, I don't understand why they would want to overturn something. Are we certain that the female foreigner, where she is from, is going to accept the child as being wherever she is from?
They don't know but no other country or no other place. They didn't born in the country their parents come from, so I think you should give them the rights to have their papers right away.
Shashina Farkason, 13 migrants appearing in court this week in Freeport and pleading guilty to illegal embarkation. They were each fined $300 or, in default, ordered to serve 1 month at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. All migrants paid their fines and have since been flown into the nation's capital to the Immigration Detention Center, where they will await deportation to their country of origin. The migrants, 7 Haitian females, 4 adult Haitian males, 1 Jamaican national, and 1 Colombian, were turned over to immigration officials last Friday at the Freeport Harbor by officials of the U.S. Coast Guard. Reports say the group was on board. It's a Southern Thing, a 35-foot Intrepid vessel, when they were intercepted by U.S. officials some 8 miles east of Hanover Inlet, Florida. The suspected smugglers, 2 Bahamian males ages 56 and 28, were detained for further investigations with a view of prosecution for human smuggling. Well, it was a close call yesterday afternoon for the occupants of 3 vehicles traveling on the Warren J. Lavarity Highway. Police call it a 3-car collision involving a red Chevy truck, a truck operated by a construction company, and a large rig truck owned by Bahama Sanitary Engineering Limited. The rig vehicle and the red Chevy truck incurred extensive damage, but police say there were no serious injuries. Investigations are continuing. Grand Bahama's COVID-19 cases back in the double digits. A total of 60 cases reported in the country yesterday. 12 in Grand Bahama, 1 in Abaco, 2 in Bimini and Catkey, 2 in Andros, and 43 in New Providence. The death toll has increased to 245 following the death of a 40-year-old female of New Providence on June 23rd. Hospitalized cases are all around 37, all in New Providence. There are 703 active cases right now. 11,434 have recovered to date. Meantime, you are reminded to observe health protocols to limit the spread of the deadly virus. Wear your mask, wash your hands regularly, and always keep your distance of at least 6 feet. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this break.
Come on down. Come on down.
H&L School Supplies and Bookstore is your complete party supply store with over thousands of items and a huge selection of party favors, greeting cards, balloons, party gift bags for all occasions. Find an assortment of wrapping paper, candles, banners, cellophane balloons, and badges. At H&L, they truly pride themselves in excellent customer service from their experienced and knowledgeable staff. So come on in and let H&L make memories that will last a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Shoes on your feet.
You all thinking about catching a trip? Get all fresh up and catch the sailing with Valeria Caribbean. Passenger prices start at only $120 per way, and you'll love the onboard amenities while you relax and enjoy the view. Plus, the ferry is secured with all the latest COVID-19 protocols. Once you're done shopping, you're back home in no time with no hassle getting your packages. Bins start at $150, and the best thing is when you travel with your cargo, you eliminate the manifesting fees. It's easy, fast, and affordable. Book your trip now at www.valeriacaribbean.com.
Sweeting Administrative Advisors has been open for 10 years. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Very happy about that. What happens is when you have an idea for a good business, you come to see us, and first and foremost, we determine whether if your business is better off being held from a virtual office, which is that in certain circumstances you conduct it from home, with your office being registered here. We also have office space that we could offer individuals just in case they need a space from which to work for. How it works is that all utilities are included, so it cuts down on costs, and we here at Sweeting Administrative Advisors have a team that is dedicated to helping your business startup. So right off the bat, you get all your utilities taken care of, a workspace, and you get a messenger, you get a receptionist, you get all that working towards the betterment of your company. You could email me at jamal.sweeting@outlook.com, or you could just give me a call at 807-6033. I'm always willing to help.
You know, I can't find a job in Grand Bahama anywhere. And when I say anywhere, I mean anywhere. I've been looking too.
Look, Sawyer's having a job fair.
Job fair? Where was I was looking for my job? I didn't even know. We gotta go check this out.
Sawyer's Fresh Market is opening a bigger and better location in Lucaya. Positions are available in all departments for cashiers, produce clerks, butchers, line cooks, stock clerks, baristas, and many more. Come on out to our job fair on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the new store location at the corner of Midshipman and West Beach Road. Come prepared to be interviewed and bring an updated resume, copies of academic certificates, 2 references, one from your previous employer, your police record, NIB card, and come start your careers with us.
Hey, wait! What you doing, baby? Don't jump! Don't jump, you all right? Man, I so stressed out. I could use a massage. Oh, no, don't look at me. I don't do them things. Why don't you check out the ZNS Shopping Network? They may be able to help you with something like that. You think they have something for that? Yeah, man, for sure. For New Day Spa. That's the place where the guys them is rub you down and feel you up. I am buying this coupon for the hot stone massage. Renew Day Spa it is. I'm going. Hey, look here, wait for me. I rolling with you.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Growing pains is a part of the business environment here on Grand Bahama. Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic have caused a bit of a setback for some establishments. But there are those that are recovering quickly and are grateful that all indicators point forward. Jay Philippe has more.
Conrad Bahamas, located on Queens Highway, has totally revamped its store and products to meet the demands of its customers. Whether wholesale or retail, their brand new showroom that includes cabinets, countertops, tiles, and new flooring creates a new visual experience for potential customers. However, the renovation came at a time when Conrad Bahamas received significant damages from Hurricane Dorian that forced its owners to remodel the store while also expanding their products and services. Store manager Raquel Russell says the changes came at a time when customers needed them most.
We came a long way from Dorian. We had some warehouse that was destroyed by Dorian, and what we decided to do is to expand our horizon with opening up a new showroom. So here now we have the new showroom at Conrad Bahamas. We want the people to come down and see our new showroom. We have a lot to offer in this new showroom, whereas we were selling a lot of different products like bedroom set we added. We're still doing the windows, we're still doing the ACs, the granite countertop, and our wonderful cabinets also.
After renovations were complete, Russell says they've seen significant increase in business.
I must say we have improved in our sales department with the COVID. Nothing has changed from Dorian to the COVID now, which is good for us. And we are just trying to bring in as much inventory so we could cater to our customers.
While COVID-19 has impacted many businesses, Cornet Bahamas was able to retain staff and employ additional workers as well to help meet the demand for its new products and services.
We have a good staff here that is knowledgeable with all the items that we carry, and I do appreciate them 100%.
Office Administrator Bernadette Lawrence says Cornet Bahamas carries a variety of products which she believes separates Cornet from its competitors.
We may have one company selling windows or one company selling tiles, but we got the whole kitchen. Well, we got the whole bathroom here for you at Cornet. As you can see in the background, we have a variety of cabinets, granites, and mosaic tiles. So not one company here on the island carries everything like that.
Well, our Jay Philippe is standing by now with operators of Cornet Bahamas who say they are grateful for the support of the Grand Bahama community. Jay?
I've been there for the past hour, and I must say I'm very impressed with the products that Cornet Bahamas has to offer. In fact, I have with me Miss Raquel Russell, store manager, and I understand that tomorrow is a very busy day for Cornet Bahamas.
Yes, tomorrow we'll be having our open house, which starts Friday to Friday for 1 week at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We'll have light hors d'oeuvres provided by Wine and Dine. So we're asking you to come on down. We're inviting you to come on down here at Cornet Bahamas and visit our showroom and see what we have to offer.
Well, of course, it is the hurricane season. Grand Bahamas, you all know that it's important to have hurricane impact windows, impact doors, so that we'll be able to just make sure that we understand the importance of hurricane. I understand you guys have all those products, I understand.
Yes, we do. In stock now, we have our hurricane impact windows available right now. We have the slide across, and we also have the casement push-out window. So we invite you to come down and take a look at what we have to offer when it comes to hurricane supplies.
I'm looking at these brand new cabinets and tiles, and of course this is the summertime as well too, so it's going to be very hot this summer. Do you guys have AC units?
Yes, we do. We have brands by Edison, Temblue, and Lennox. We carry all the different sizes. We have from 12,000 units up to 36,000 units. So come on down and see us here at Cornet Bahamas, where we can supply you with that mini split, where you can have that room cool down after you come home from work.
I definitely need 2 mini split units in my house. I'm also in the process of building, so I'll be here for the showcase. I'll be here for the open house to make sure that you guys give me a good deal. Back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Jay. Our Facebook friend of the night up next.
Are you ready to step out with designer shoes or handbags? Visit Steppin' Out. They've relocated at number 4 Old Sam's Plaza. Stepping out when you want to put your best foot forward.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street introduces its new home improvement center. Step into our brand new fully stocked showroom for the latest in doors, tiles, housewares, kitchenwares, bathwares, vanities, power tools, electrical, and plumbing supplies. So stop by our showroom to view our full range of products or call the Home Advisor hotline at 602-0935 today. We are your home advisors.
GBPA and Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau want you to join them for a free webinar Monday, June 28th at 6:30 p.m. Interested persons can register online.
When you're operating at the highest standards, something remarkable happens. You don't just meet your goals, you exceed them. You don't just respond to needs, you anticipate them.
And you know that failure comes with consequences.
You deserve the best we have to offer.
And this is why we're working to ensure that we deliver on our commitments.
And we will take responsibility when we don't. You have high expectations. And we're committed to doing what it takes to exceed them.
Across the Bahamas, we're more connected than ever before as we upgrade and expand our network, elevating your connection with BTC Superfast Fiber Internet. More people can access the best high-speed internet on our upgraded all-fiber optic network, providing you with a better experience working remotely, learning virtually, accessing more from home, and connecting with more opportunities. Visit our website or any store to upgrade to our super-fast fiber internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
Esquire Men's Freeport is still celebrating Fathers with 40% off selected suits. Friday, June 25th to June 30th. Suits are $150 plus VAT. Call 352-8816 or WhatsApp 727-6367.
Welcome to Health Bites, and today we're going to talk about how to gain weight. A lot of people struggle with putting on weight, so if you know someone, feel free to share these tips with them as well. Here's how you gain weight. The main thing you want to do is take in more calories than you burn daily. That's called being at the calorie surplus. Of course, to do that, you need to know how much calories is in the food that you take. So reading labels, using apps, they'll tell you how much calories is in the food, and you will make sure you're taking as much calories as possible. This can be difficult. That's why you can use products such as a vitamin syrup, which helps to increase your appetite, to help you eat more food, and also weight gainer shakes, which also give you that quick calories. Some of them have up to 1,100 calories, so they can quickly get you to that calorie surplus that you need to be at. Another way you can reach that surplus quickly is to eat calorie-dense foods. Those are foods that are high in calories. Things like cookies, peanut butter, avocado, they're high-fat, high-calorie foods, and they help you to reach that surplus faster. Another way you can make sure you reach your calorie goal is to plan ahead. Make sure you have your food prepped and ready so you're never missing meals. This is key to staying on track with your diet and reaching your weight gain goals. If you need these products, you can find us here at the Raven Mall, the Fitness Connection. We have a vitamin syrup to help with your appetite, and of course a variety of weight gain shakes. You can choose the correct one for you. Come check us out.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Radio weekend dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catching me here checking out the ZNS Shopping Network site? I looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
That's what I told her. Bring the winding thing here. This is Rick and Script, so show me emotion. Hey, wine and go down low.
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Our Facebook friend today is De Niro Lewis. That's my friend. We thank you for your support. And also congratulations to Kadish Wallace, who graduated yesterday. We hope that you had a great one, and don't forget, you have a beautiful future ahead. And that is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Shishina Wolf-Farquharson. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More reaction over that recent ruling of the Court of Appeal on the question of citizenship. Senators continuing debate on this year's fiscal budget. Investigations underway into a drowning in the Capitol. And a 41-year-old male arraigned on drug charges. The Bahamas Tonight. The National Report starts after this.
Nature-based tourism supplies almost $50 million in revenue for Androsians every year. These priceless resources will continue to provide renewable benefits for thousands of people for years to come, as long as we take long-term action to preserve what's rightfully ours. The natural environment has played a vital role in our culture and economy for generations. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thank you so much for looking in. Attorneys from the Office of the Attorney General are in court applying for a stay of execution of the recent ruling of the Court of Appeal on the question of citizenship. That, according to Attorney General Senator the Honorable Carl Bethel, the move comes after a number of people showed up at the Passport Office and at the Parliamentary Registration Department demanding to register to vote.
The question has been asked on social media and by one of my friends here on the other side of the table. Why your lawyers didn't stand up in court and ask for it on the day right away as soon as the judgment is issued? And the answer to that is very simple. The rules of the Court of Appeal are very clear. You can only apply for a stay in respect of a judgment appealed from, and only by means of a summons supported by an affidavit. Any attempt to stand up and request a stay and past attempts have been rebuffed.
Now, the government is appealing the matter at the Privy Council in London, and the Attorney General says they expect a ruling from the High Court within a matter of months.
The Status of Children's Act remains the law of the Bahamas, and that the DNA or DNA testing cannot, at this time, be used to ensure a right to citizenship by birth.
Leader of Opposition Business in the Upper Chamber, Senator Fred Mitchell, also weighed in on the matter.
When the courts pronounce, and the Court of Appeal's rulings bind every other court and the government, when the courts pronounce that as of whatever time they made the ruling, parent means whether you're married or not married, the law changes right then and there. And people are therefore entitled to run down and say, give me my passport. Now, you have all sorts of administrative ways of dealing with this. You could say, hold on, I can get right back to you. As you usually do, 6 weeks later, you still don't have an answer. By that time, you may have gone to and gotten the stay. And all I was saying was, go and get the stay.
The Minister of Labor highlighting successful efforts by the government to create employment opportunities for Bahamians in his budget contribution in the Senate today. Here's Fern Carey with more.
Minister of Labor, Senator the Honorable Dion Fowlkes, indicating in his contribution to the budget debate on Thursday that the government's efforts to create employment opportunities for Bahamians is reaping dividends. And he indicated that some 8,000 jobs have been created for workers, while other jobs will come on stream soon.
The Point Hotel, which will be opening in 2 weeks, will engage 400 permanent employees, and it will be 98% Bahamian. Goldwyn Development, which is opposite the office of the Prime Minister in Cable Beach, has employed 175 Bahamians. The Sterling Global Group Development at Paradise Island has and will employ 500 Bahamians.
Turning his attention to the Road Traffic Department, Minister Fowlkes noted that it will become a significant revenue generator for the country in the months ahead, with most of the road traffic stations now cashless except for the southern Bahamas.
Namely, the specialty organizational plates, the novelty tourism plates, and the personalized vanity license plates. So you will be able to purchase for an increased fee your own personal vanity plate and keep that plate for the duration of your license. We will achieve this by upgrading and enhancing the license plate production facility at the Bahamas Department of Corrections, the capital injection of approximately $1 million.
Minister Folks also announced some good news for taxi drivers.
We anticipate that the plates will be available in New Providence by the end of August of this year. The color of the plates will be a white backdrop with green lettering, eliminating the confusion that presently exists, but deciphering the difference between taxis and self-drive vehicles. I had a consultation with the president of the taxi union, Mr. Ferguson, this morning to update him on the time frame for the introduction of the new plates.
Mr. Folks says 5,000 new license plates will be made for New Providence. Maureen Carey, ZNS Network News.
Government Senator Lisa Bostwick Dean offering some advice to entrepreneurs during the debate in the Senate Wednesday. She says business owners play a pivotal role in growing the economy and can also benefit from the government's digital transformation initiative.
Delivery services should be looking to get mobile point-of-sale devices in their hands. With the software, they can track how much they're making on each delivery. They can swipe or process payment means. This makes their whole process more efficient and indeed more safe as they're not relying on a cash economy. Businesses should be updating their computers, their telephones, and their software for the management of their businesses. This comprehensive, innovative approach is very exciting, as it will enable new people to become business owners, existing businesses to expand, new and existing businesses to hire staff, and all businesses to upgrade their technological infrastructure.
Free National Movement Senator Julianne Dorsett renewing her call for more women to step forward and participate on the front lines of politics. Her comments came in her contribution to the budget debate in the Senate on Thursday.
I am pleased that both major political parties are including women in their list of candidates. However, going forward, I hope that as a country, we will put our heads together and find ways to attract and maintain more women in politics. They are capable. They lead in many other areas of our society.
Investigations underway into a drowning in the Capitol. That and more when we come back.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet, which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
You know that feeling you get when you have an uncontrollable desire for fried chicken? That's the KFC, a substance that stimulates your senses to identify the aroma of our secret recipe or an extra crispy crunch from any distance. It's invisible to the naked eye, but you can feel it traveling throughout your body, taking control so you can enjoy a juicy bite of KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Serenity Gated Community. Come and see what all the buzz is about surrounding our pre-construction home packages. Already, we have successfully made it possible for multiple families to realize their dream of home ownership. It's all about value building, folks. Home investment is by far the greatest investment one will ever make. So invest with confidence. Give Desiree Mingo a call at 376-0318 today.
Self-isolation means taking simple steps to avoid close contact with other people as much as possible, as you would with the seasonal flu. If you've been in close contact with somebody confirmed with COVID-19 or suspect that you have it, self-isolate for 14 days. You can self-isolate by staying indoors and away from family for 14 days. Choose a well-ventilated room with a closed door. Household members should stay in a different room, or if that is not possible, maintain a distance of at least 3 feet. Use a sealed waste basket and double bag your waste before disposal. Limit movement in your house. Stay in your assigned space away from the rest of the household. The caretaker will bring food and anything else you need. Use separate cookery and cutlery. Use a separate bathroom and clean it regularly. Use separate towels, separate cleaning linens, and clothing. If you are in need of care by household members, limit the number of caregivers. Assign one person who is in good health and has minimum risk conditions. Most importantly, remember, do not invite others over. Should you or anyone you know feel that you've been exposed to the coronavirus, contact the COVID-19 hotline at the Ministry of Health immediately. To reach us, call 376-9350, 376-9387, 300-2619, or our 24-hour hotline at 502-7382. For more information, visit covid19.gov.bs.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Ministry of Health and this television station.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Police investigating the circumstances surrounding a suspicious drowning near the western portion of Petoskey Dock this morning. The male victim is said to be in his early 70s. Press liaison officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters, said the police are awaiting an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death.
Police received reports of a body being found submerged under a boat that was docked at the western portion of Porter's Key. Moments later, one of the mates from a boat that was nearby retrieved the body from the waters. Information is receiving is that this person is a local who normally frequents the dock and was last seen yesterday evening, and apparently he succumbed to whatever injuries that found him in the water. We do not suspect foul play. There's no trauma to the body.
Peters now making this appeal.
We're appealing to members of the public who may have information as to who this person might be to contact the Porter's Key Police Station or the Criminal Investigations Department via 502-9991. The persons who frequent here seem to be persons of the waters or their craft is of the sea. And we're not suggesting that something untoward would have happened, but nonetheless, we ask individuals to take the necessary precautions when dealing with the waters.
Police also investigating the nation's latest homicide. Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters provides the details.
4 p.m. today's date, police control room was alerted to a shooting incident that occurred here on Cleardale Road. Officers responded, and on their arrival, they met a male lying in the streets with apparent gunshot wounds, and a female who sustained injuries consistent with gunshot wounds. The emergency medical services were summoned, and following their assessment, the male was pronounced lifeless, and the female was transported to the hospital where her condition is not known at this time. The initial investigation is that the persons who were in the vehicle came by the residence here, and as they stopped, some unknown persons approached them and discharged the firearms at the vehicle, causing injury to both persons who were in the vehicle. The information is that they escaped the scene on foot. At the moment, we've not been able to substantiate the relations between the persons who were shot. However, they were in the same vehicle at the time of the incident. It is a concern to us that individuals would be so bold to carry out these acts. But what we ask is the members of the public themselves to be just as bold or even bolder in informing the police of what occurred. In a community like this, someone saw something.
41-year-old New Providence resident Antonio Blue facing a magistrate today on drug charges. He's facing 4 charges: conspiracy to import dangerous drugs, importation of dangerous drugs, and possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply. Court papers show that he was caught with 24 pounds of cocaine with a street value of $140,000. The case has been adjourned. Police questioning a male after he was caught with an unlicensed firearm. That incident taking place shortly after 1 p.m. Tuesday when officers from the Anti-Gang and Firearms Unit, acting on a tip, went to the Lynden Pindling International Airport. While there, they arrested a male after he was caught with a pistol and 11 unfired rounds of ammunition. Investigations continue. While several residents have contacted the police, Financial Intelligence Unit to confirm that they have been targeted by romance scammers. It was earlier this week when the Financial Intelligence Unit alerted the public to these fraudulent scams involving Bahamians and foreigners who lure victims into a relationship for financial gain. Chief Superintendent Matthew Edgecombe.
Some of the victims are persons who may have just retired, who may have just received a large lump sums of cash for their retirement, and these persons target them. And they were saying that the only way they know about this stuff is probably what they found on your Facebook page or your social media page, and you say you may have retired or you are a former banker, from whatever occupation you are, and they use that to their advantage. There's a number that you can use to make your local number appear to be a foreign number. They found it out on their destinations. And so they will ask you for your bank account information, a government ID, and a sense they say they want to send money to you. But somehow they are able to get you to send money to them. They really want a prize, or they want to ship a car to you, and you just need to pay for this and pay for that. But that expenses. We see that adding up a lot lately.
Edgecombe offers his advice to victims.
And sometimes talk to somebody about it. If you don't feel it, they feel like sometimes people are very ashamed. What they're shameful is not to be ashamed about. Talk to somebody about it. Talk to a family member. Call us and let us know what's going on.
Members of the Public Managers Union and the Union of Public Officers at the National Insurance Board called in sick today to reportedly protest the Managers Union's negotiations.
President of NIB's Public Managers Union, Cassandra Lewis, said she wasn't aware of any protest by any NIB staff member, but she did confirm that the union has challenged that NIB's management allegedly hires individuals who do not possess the qualifications, talent, and expertise needed to progress the country's Social Security agency. Lewis maintains the Public Managers Union is definitely not opposed to employing Bahamians and understand the agency's financial challenges, but the union acknowledges this ongoing practice is still taking place in these circumstances. The union executive also revealed that the Public Managers Union filed a trade dispute with the Department of Labor against management for lack of negotiation in good faith. A high-level executive at NIB close to the matter informed our news team that managers did take industrial action by calling in sick today and invited members of the line staff union to do the same. However, the National Insurance Board's operations were not interrupted today, the day when NIB issues checks to the public. The source also noted that since the Public Managers Union filed a trade dispute against NIB management on lack of good faith negotiations, NIB officials cannot continue discussions with the union until the Ministry of Labor has made a determination on the matter. The high-level source further indicated that the union's request for salary increases are unreasonable in the country's current economic climate.
Digital payment service provider Canoe, very proud of its work and the work it's done on the government's travel health visa program. Canoe was selected as a payment integrator by government's visa platform's web developers as a solution to accommodate digital consumers. Communications Manager Sieska Adderley.
Our net fees are 40 cents on a $25 visa, 58 cents on a $40 visa, and 94 cents on a $70 visa. So from a logistical standpoint, we provide an e-commerce account that enables the government to control and access funds collected and disbursements. We do not manage the program, and we're not responsible for website development or hosting, health insurance coverage, or testing that the various medical facilities and hotels conduct, or operational logistics. However, we are happy to play our role as the integrator for e-commerce payment processing.
Canoe officials are also grateful for this opportunity.
Canoe has always viewed the travel visa program as a temporary solution that would enable the country to open up safely. Therefore, we have built other programs in both the public and private sector to help drive sustainable growth for our business.
The Ministry of Health's latest release showing a spike in COVID-19 cases with another 60 on record. 43 in New Providence, 12 in Grand Bahama, 2 each in Andros and Bimini and Cat Key, and 1 in Abaco. All of the Grand Bahama cases, along with 3 from New Providence, show a history of travel within the last 14 days. The breakdown includes 34 males and 26 females. Hospitalizations stand at 37, 33 moderately ill, and 4 in the intensive care unit. There are 703 active cases with 41 new recoveries, bringing that total to 11,434. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 245. A 40-year-old female of New Providence died yesterday, becoming the latest COVID-19 death on record. The Public Hospitals Authority and the Princess Margaret Hospital calling on members of the public to respect the privacy of fallen nurse Shanard Thompson and her family during this difficult time. The PHA has been made aware of a social media post that has been circulating containing video images of co-workers of Nurse Thompson paying tribute in a nurse's salute to their fallen colleague. The circulation of the post and the capture of the video content are considered a violation of Nurse Thompson and her family's privacy and a violation of PHA policy regarding photo and video recording in public hospital facilities. As such, the Board of Directors, senior executives, and the entire PHA family joins PMH in offering heartfelt condolences to the relatives and families and colleagues of Nurse Thompson. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force ready for any challenges that may bring the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season ahead. Here's Charles Fisher.
Be prepared. That's the assurance by Commodore of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Raymond King, as hurricane season is upon us. He added that on assuming office, a crisis risk management unit was formed along with the disaster unit. Those 2 units have been running training continuously prior to the season. Also, we've been the recipient of a number of disaster-related equipment from the United States government. And we have also sought to acquire damage-related equipment. And I must say the Defense Force, everything that we asked for, we were gracious in receiving to prepare us. For the last 3 years and projected into the United States new budget year, we would have received in excess of some $21 million in terms of support. So we have a mutual interest, we have common threats, and their national interest matches ours, and they're assisting us to continue to build our capacity, and so we can't say thank you sufficiently. At the base, these containers are visible. That's the base container city that we would have extracted from Abaco to conduct maintenance on it to ensure that that is ready if and when needed during this hurricane season. Our sister agency, the National Emergency Management Agency, they would have been recipient of some $3+ million worth of equipment from the United States. But essentially, that equipment will be made available to Defense Force because we would more than likely be the first entity on the ground to respond in terms of humanitarian assistance or disaster relief. We are far better prepared
now than we were prior.
As part of their overall command and control and desire to be intelligence-driven, the force recently conducted an internal combat camera course for a few of its officers.
Those persons were taught how to get intelligence via surveillance and reconnaissance while they're in the field. But more importantly, the information operations helps with either strengthening one's argument, if you were to go into combat, if you were to run any sort of operations. It could strengthen your argument in terms of winning the hearts and minds of our publics, our stakeholders, just as well as it could help derail or prevent a conflict. It all depends on how we use our information in an operational manner.
For the ZNS Network News, I'm Charles Fisher.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Everyone's excited about the $8 meal of the day. Every day, it's a different 6-inch sub, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $8. That feels like fresh value. Come in any day of the week for one of your favorite 6-inch subs. Like turkey breast, meatball marinara, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, black forest ham, Italian BMT, oven roasted chicken, and tuna. Then add chips and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got the $8 meal of the day. A great meal at a great price every day of the week. Only at Subway.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
If you needed further proof that BTC has the best fiber network anywhere, here it is. We call it Elevate Bahamas. Superfast internet speeds at more than 350 miles of fiber nationwide. It's just another way that BTC is making incredible investments in communities across our country.
So our Elevate Bahamas project has its phase 1 plans, and our phase 1 plans would be our triple play bundles, for example. So our triple play bundles, as we've been talking about, have been as low as $99. We have 100 megs minimum speed in our triple play bundles. We have 157 channels, talk, for voice, where you have the ability to call the US, UK, and Canada. Our plans go up to $154.99, allowing our customers to receive up to 300 megabits, over 220 channels, as well as talk to the US, UK, and Canada. So it's very important for our customers to understand that in some cases we offer over 70% more than our competitor. And that's important for everybody to know that our prices are best in class because we provide so much value. Our services are definitely superior when it comes to our fiber network. We have the best and the robust network out there.
We may live on different islands, but as a company, our vision is united. As the fastest and largest broadband provider, BTC has raised its performance, so now you can raise yours. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pfeiffer. Continue to be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
When you testify in court, you're expected to tell the truth. Same goes for your insurance application form. You have to answer every question truthfully and provide all the information requested, or you could be found guilty of misrepresentation. That means your insurance company could deny your policy or refuse to pay your claim. Your insurance company relies on the information you provide to determine whether to issue you a policy. Leaving out just one piece of information could lead to misrepresentation. So read your application form carefully. If you're unsure about anything, ask Ask your insurance agent or broker before completing and signing your insurance application form. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Let's get it right, Bahamas. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay 6 feet apart. Remember to always practice physical distancing.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and this television station.
Over 55 young bevies from around the world competing this weekend in the Bahamas for the 2021 Miss Black International Ambassador Pageant. The event positively empowers Black women from around the world. Participants will compete for thousands of dollars in cash and prizes. The event will take place at the Baha Mar Convention Center. Director and founder of the event, Patrice Harrison, says the decision to host this year's event in the Bahamas was a personal one.
So this is not my first trip. I've been working in the Bahamas for the last 8 years doing programs for young women as well as helping with Pat Moxie's nursing home. We provide school supply, not school supplies for her, but toiletry items and items for her nursing home as well. And so for us, this was important for us to come to the Bahamas, especially during the pandemic right after Hurricane Dorian. My daughter, who is now 10, had a vision of helping the girls who were displaced from Hurricane Dorian, getting them school supplies and toiletry items to love on them. And then we were like, well, why not have our international pageant at the same time? Preliminary competition, which includes costume, athletic wear, evening gown, on-stage question, will happen tomorrow, the 25th, beginning at 6 o'clock in the evening. So we have Miss UK here, Haiti, Cameroon, so yes.
Now, this is the first time the pageant is being held outside of the United States. Contestants range from 14 to 40, competing in several coveted Black International Ambassador crowns, including Miss Teen and Miss divisions. The Bahamas will be well represented in this competition. Several of the contestants shared their expectations.
I'm very nervous, so nervous, but at the same time, we are having so much fun, so it's lifting all of the nerves off of me, and we're gaining so many new experiences.
We're here for the Miss Black International Ambassador competition. I'm so excited. This is my first international competition. It's really just to be able to connect with my sister queens. I love them so much. We all have like different personalities and talents, and being able to see how accomplished and intelligent we are. We have doctors in our group, potential lawyers.
A two-day crisis intervention training seminar for hotline workers and aspirants. The workshop highlighted the steps hotline workers may use to identify, assess, and intervene with an individual experiencing crisis. The training also involved emergency psychological first aid based on the UTOC hotline training. Well, Minister of Foreign Affairs Darren Henfield hosting a virtual farewell call for the ambassador of Germany to the Bahamas, whose appointment is coming to an end after almost 2.5 years of service. Minister Henfield commended the ambassador on his efforts during his tenure to enhance the already strong friendship between the Bahamas and Germany and wished him well in his future endeavors. A one-hour documentary chronicling or documenting the history of the country's first Toastmasters Club premiered at Fusion Superplex Cinemas, spotlighting the public speaking and leadership organization's 53-year impact on the Bahamas and the brand's expansion to more than 40 clubs nationwide. Entitled Echoes of History, the documentary took viewers inside the first Bahamas branch of Toastmasters from its birth in 1968 to the present, and viewers can catch Echoes of History on YouTube starting this Sunday, June 27th. And as we head to the break, I want to thank all of you, all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. More after this.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet, which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
When you wanna save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you wanna look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Variety Disposable Products has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
Officials at Resorts World Bimini putting the final touches on officially reopening its doors to visitors on the United States Independence Day, Sunday, July 4th, with a grand celebration. However, to ensure the safety and security of its team members and guests in an evolving COVID-19 environment, resort officials advised its staff in a June 22nd email on COVID-19 mandatory requirements that they have to quarantine for 72 hours upon arrival from another island, and if you have been within 6 feet of a COVID-19 infected person for 15 minutes or more. Turns out, the Member of Parliament for West End, Grand Bahama, Bimini, the Honorable Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, is hoping Resorts World Bimini would revisit this decision.
There should have been at least a meeting that was held to come to some mutual understanding as to how that property would go forward in this pandemic. I do understand what officials of Resorts World is attempting to do by ensuring the safety of both tourists that come to that hotel property as well as staff members. But it seems extreme to me that individuals are being told that if they were to go home and visit family or friends, that on returning to property, they would have to be in quarantine, when in reality there are measures which will indicate whether or not they are with the COVID-19 virus or not. And so I think it could have been handled in a different manner with the promotion of more vaccines being taken, and perhaps the resort helping with that to ensure that everyone is safe.
Independent Senator Renard Henfield touting the benefits in the national budget that will accrue for family islanders. Soundbite, yeah. Independent Senator Reynard Henfield touting the benefits of the national budget that will accrue for Family Islanders.
My recommendation is that we focus on permanent residency for persons who are making direct contributions to the development of our family islands. I'm not a foreigner buying a land or a home from another foreigner to then rent out on Airbnb to other foreigners. But I recommend that we focus on this economic permanent residency approval and target it specifically to foreigners looking to help us develop our family island.
Time now for a check on Family Island weather temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. In the tropics, we have that weak tropical wave to the east of the Los Angeles that is fastly falling apart, and we don't see any development taking place there. But there's a second one, a very strong one, coming off the African coast that has about a 40% chance of development over the next 5 days, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And then near the northwest Bahamas, we have that trough-in, which continues to create unsettled conditions over that part of the Bahamas. Outside of our studios, partly sunny skies, temperature 88 degrees, the relative humidity at 58%. We have southeast winds at 14 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,018.4 millibars. That is 30.05 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Cove Key, Marsh Harbor at 85. 83 in the Berry Islands, 82 in Allenstown, Bimini, 83 in Harbor Island, Rock, San Lutra, 84, Black Point, Exuma, 85, Camps Bay, St. Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all at 85 degrees. San Salvador, Rum Key, Artistan, Cat Island, they're reporting 84, 85 in Georgetown, Exuma, 84 in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matthew Town, and Nagua at 85, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, 83 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of F5P, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter in the northwestern islands. Southeast wind speeds around 10 to 15 knots tonight. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. You can expect your high tide at 8:29 tonight. In the central Bahamas, southeast winds 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet with caution flags. In the southeast Bahamas, southeast at 15 to 20 knots. Wave heights 4 to 7 feet. Caution flags are also in place for the southeast Bahamas tonight. And then tomorrow in the northwestern islands, the winds become more easterly, maintaining that 10 to 15 knot speed. Wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. High tide tomorrow at 8:49 in the morning. You can expect a low tide at 2:54 in the afternoon. In the central Bahamas, east to southeast winds on Friday, 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And in the southeast Bahamas, easterly winds down just a tad, 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Again, with that caution flag holding for the southeast Bahamas. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your travel forecast, and your travel forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for you. It's still ahead.
guys, it's Shay here, and welcome to our first installment of Alive's Community Corner. Not only is Alive a digital service provider, and beyond those great deals and services that we provide you, Alive is committed to the community. So here's a look at what we did for Mother's and Father's Day. This episode, and we look forward to sharing with you so many more of our community moments. So why Alive? Because you deserve it.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
When you really need to save big, you need to shop Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow Spaghetti and Meatballs, 14.8-ounce can, 3 for $3.19. Promo's Peanut Butter, 18-ounce jar, $2.89. Amalanda Fresh Milk, 33.8-ounce size, $1.39. Green Peppers, $1.49 per pound. Chicken Leg Quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.09 per pound. Working hard every day to keep your prices down. That's Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
If you're in need, you need to log on to Promise.
Promise gives you instant access to essential services.
No more waiting in line. Go online. If you don't have a computer or internet access, visit a Community Support Services Division Outreach Center near you.
The help you need is now just one click away.
Log on to Promise today.
It is important to take precautions to reduce your risk of getting infected with COVID-19, even when you go to the grocery store. Practice physical distancing that is 6 feet apart from others while you wait in line to enter the store. One person per household needs to go. Use wipes to disinfect the cart or basket handle that you select. Avoid touching your face, unnecessary items, and surfaces. Try to touch only what you are buying. So carry a grocery list to help you move along quickly. Do not forget to wear a cloth mask while you do your shopping and carry hand sanitizer with you. Practice physical distancing that is 6 feet apart from others as you shop and at the cash register. As little time as possible in the store and get enough groceries to last you for a while. Once your groceries are packed and loaded, use hand sanitizer and rub your hands together until they are completely dry. When you come home from the grocery store, take off your shoes at the door and put all of your grocery bags in one area. Disinfect your grocery bags. Rinse produce and wipe down cans and packages with soap and water before you put them away. Wash your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds when you are done. Wash your clothes and your reusable grocery bags.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Team Bahamas opening America's Group 2 play at the Billie Jean King Cup in Panama with a win. Sydney Clark got an easy 6-2, 6-love win in singles. Carrie Cartwright also winning in straight sets in her singles match, 6-3 and 3 to clinch the team victory. In doubles, Ilana Mackey and Sierra Donaldson lost 6-love, 6-1, but the Bahamas still prevailed 2-1 overall. Up next for Team Bahamas will be Uruguay tomorrow. A win there, and the Bahamas will move into a playoff against the winner from Pool B to determine which nation will advance to America's Group 1 in 2022. Jonquel Jones and Bosnia out of the Eurobasket women's tournament, losing to France in the quarterfinals. Despite the loss, Jonquel ended with a bang, finishing with a monster double-double, 29 points and 24 rebounds. JJ now heading back to the U.S. to rejoin the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA. DeAndre Ayton looking to build on his game winner from Tuesday when the Phoenix Suns travel to Los Angeles tonight to continue their Western Conference Finals series with the Clippers. The Suns are up 2-0, and with the win tonight, they will be just one more victory away from a spot in the NBA Finals. Bahamian Tiffany Hanna has been recognized as the Northeast Conference Female Student Athlete of the Year. Hanna competes for the Wagner Seahawks track and field team.
I was actually in New York at the time, staying in Manhattan with my family because I had probably just graduated a week earlier and I was trying to apartment hunt for graduate school. And in the middle of this stressful apartment hunting search, I just got an email. And I looked at it, and it showed me that I had won this award, and I was just amazed and excited. It was really a breath of fresh air to me at that point, and I was so excited to be able to share that with my family at the time.
The B3A's track and field nationals set to get underway tomorrow. A number of our top college athletes will be on showcase, such as Laquan Nairn, Charisma Taylor, and Serena Brown. The trio recently spoke about how it went for them this past season.
I didn't have an indoor season with the school, so I jumped on the touch, ended up breaking the national record indoor, so that was good for me. Been battling some of the mix and knock injuries. Had a few big fouls over 28 feet, but I'm ready for this week. That's all that matters.
This season was a really great season. I started off strong in the indoors. I got 5th at the Indoor National Championships. Going into outdoors, I had a little injury in my foot, so I didn't really start off as well as I wanted to in outdoors. But I still came out strong and made the nationals, outdoor nationals, and gonna hopefully continue being strong throughout the senior nationals here. Be standard in what I initially wanted, but just coming back from like 3 years off injury, being my first season and everything with COVID and all that type of stuff, I just grateful, to God that I got my shoulder back together and being able to get close. After duplicates and everything, I had like 37 and they take top 32 after duplicates, so I actually have a really close chance of making it. So I just hoping the best, execute, I feeling strong. It's always something about the sunshine and see when you get back home, you feel a little bit more powerful, so I waiting for it, the pop-off big one, just like everybody else.
Like the B3A's, Bahamas Aquatics also hosting its National Swimming Championships this week. Action got underway this morning and runs through Sunday at the Betty Kelly Kenning National Aquatic Center. And that's a look at sports. A check on weather up next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Mama Sassy's Gourmet Foods has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
In this age of spin, when so much information is suspect, people are searching for information they can trust. The answer? A closer look.
We made tremendous progress
with respect to reducing the deficit.
The fact that there will be more infections suggests that there could be more deaths.
But if it is more transmissible, and those strains are all more transmissible, then it means that more people will get infected, more people will have symptomatic disease.
Something about metering.
You're not going to be able to owe BPL $10,000, $20,000.
That situation is in order now, right?
As you load up that meter, you can use your power.
We in essence, have done something with a health travel visa that's going to help our tourism product.
A closer look with Anthony Newbold, where you get the facts you can believe in. Mondays at 8 p.m. and Wednesdays at 9 a.m. right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low fiber, high fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather in the tropics, we still have that tropical wave to the east of the Windward Islands. It's falling apart and has a very slim chance of developing over the next couple of days. But there's a stronger tropical wave just coming off the African coast. That has about a 40% chance of developing over the next 5 days. So we'll keep our eyes on that and keep you posted. Near the northwest Bahamas, troughing remains in place, and that will keep the conditions unsettled there for the next couple of days, taking us right through the weekend. Our forecast for tonight, partly cloudy with a shower or two developing late tonight. Low temperature getting down to 79 degrees. And tomorrow it's going to be mostly sunny and hot with a pop-up shower possible in the afternoon. High temperature around 88 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, a couple of showers returning on Saturday. They could be heavy at times on Saturday, hanging around right into Sunday and Monday. As we head into the early part of next week, we'll see the shower activity increasing. Temperature-wise, we're going to keep you in the upper 80s, and the heat index will feel more like about 98 degrees over the next couple of days, so do keep yourself hydrated during the daytime. Nighttime temperatures will remain in the upper 70s. Desmond.
Thank you very much, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas Tonight. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS News your #1 news and information network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. And before we end our broadcast, wanted to send a special birthday greeting to my mother, Joanne Roll. Enjoy. Good night.
watching the ZNS Network.